Good morning. How's it going? It is a Monday morning, but like most things in life, days of the week are relative, pretty much. They only really matter, at least to me these days, when it comes to banks and medical appointments. Good morning, Cajun Juju. How you doing? And good morning, everybody. Or, in Miss Millie's case, good afternoon. How are you doing, my dear? And of course, the man himself, good morning, Clearwater Chad. Much respect, because you are the man. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name's Brian, as you can see in the little thingy right there. Apparently, we're all mad as hell and tired of taking it. How's that going, Irish? So, yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in this really messed up world you might be at this time. Room raid from Joe. Appreciate it. Yeah, I listened to some of your stuff this morning. I have to go back to the replay crew. So how y'all doing, my friends? Room Raider, Rachel UK, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing here. And of course, what are we doing here? Besides the big existential answer to that question, what are we doing here, right now? Why are you guys watching my poor little channel? Whether it's here live or replay crew, which, I really appreciate all. Good afternoon, Joe Bananas. Because what we're doing here, I like to call fun. But we sprung forward. Yay. So, yeah, it's oh, we're back to regular savings time. Oh, whatever. You know that crap. Don't y'all go back? Yeah, you guys catch up with us. It's we catch up with you guys over there, and then you guys catch up with us. It makes no rhyme or reason. We should just do what Arizona does and goes, screw it. But yes, of course, where was I in my spiel? Okay, what do we do here? If you look in the description, the program is called Classic Poetry with the Twist. Okay, let's break it down. What does classic mean? Well, classic means anything good, old, and in the public domain, preferably. What's the twist? The twist is I take said poem, I plug it into a music generator, AI, of course, yes, and it spits out 2 tracks, specifically Suno's music generator. Well, I don't know about spicing it up because we're all at the hands of the fates as far as this goes, because I don't know what we're going to listen to. Well, I know who we're going to listen to, but I don't know what it's going to be like. That's the fun. Virtual digital box of chocolates, because we never know what we're going to get. Most of the time it's great. We have some excellent ones. Very few snoozers or losers. So, hey. Yeah, what she said, because sometimes it happens. I love this. I hope y'all are loving this journey I'm going on with you, and y'all going on it with me, because it's freaking awesome. So speaking of today's journey, today in honor of Women's History Month. No, wrong one. I hit the wrong button. So in honor of Women's History Month, today we are doing 6 poetesses from various times and eras. And today's program is brought to you by, come on, this Google search. Yay! So I did a little Google searching, and I got this list, and I started picking and choosing from this list. And the first one on the agenda is, and by the way, every single one of these URLs links are in the description if you want to follow along. And if you want to read about them, I got the brief biographies from the Poetry Foundation. So the first one is Anne Rich, lovely lady. And her poem, What Kind of Times Are These? Yes, that's something that, I find myself thinking about all the time. Then, of course, the original Sappho. This was Indigo Twin actually suggested this. So we're doing Sappho. Hey, Sophia, good morning. Good morning. So, and specifically Sappho's poem, the Anactoria poem. Let's see if it works, Then we've got Phillis Wheatley Peters and her poem, A Hymn to the Evening. Then Elizabeth Bishop. Elizabeth Bishop. Yeah, it's been some fun ones, hadn't it? Oh, I love it. And her, yes, Elizabeth Bishop. Did I say Elizabeth Bishop? Yeah. And her poem, The Armadillo. And then we got Louise Gluck. Or Gluck. Isn't that, do you put the emphasis on it when you got the little wah things on top of it? I don't know. I'm a dumb American. What the fuck do I know? We're far enough in. And The Elms by Louise Gluck. Then finally, rounding out the program, Anne Sexton's. In here, Anne Sexton's. Her poem called The Expatriates. So what do y'all think, my friends? Are y'all as excited about this as I am? Of course, I'm always excited. Because, like I said, this is a true virtual digital box of chocolates. We never know what we're going to get. Which is fun. And, which is, it's a good life lesson. Embrace. Sometimes you just got to embrace what comes. Because, here, let me arrange this crap right. Nope, wrong one. Got it right there. Sort by date. Here it is. It is 10th of March. There's the folder for the 10th of March. You got to get it as a list. And then we got to sort by this. All right. So here's number one. What Kind of Times Are These by Adrienne Rich. Let's go.
There's a place between two stands of trees where the grass grows uphill, and the old revolutionary road breaks off into shadows.
Well, what'd y'all think of that? That was freaking interesting, wasn't it? All right, now something I forgot to do earlier. I'm only doing that. No, not that one. Not the ticker yet. Everything we do here is under fair use and under public domain, hopefully, for the most part. And make sure you like and subscribe, especially if you like. That was interesting. See what I mean? Good morning, living my best life at 60. How you doing, Echo? Echo. Nah, it's funny story. When the school I'm going back to used to go to had a newspaper called, their student newspapers called the Echo. And the guy who would always, when he'd talk about the Echo, he'd go, "Oh, I saw it in the Echo. And it kind of got old. So what'd y'all think of that? And good morning, Miss Kim. How you doing? And did I say Joe Bananas? Good morning. Yes, good morning you, or afternoon to you earlier, didn't I? Yes. Excellent start. I love it. And on that note, let's just go ahead and listen to version 2. Shall we? Version 2 of What Kind of Times Are These?
There's a place between two stands of trees where the grass grows uphill, and the old revolutionary road breaks off into shadows, near a meeting house abandoned by the persecuted, who disappeared into those shadows. I've walked there picking mushrooms at the edge of dread, but don't be fooled. This isn't a Russian poem, this is not somewhere else but here. Our country moving closer to its own truth and dread, its own ways of making people disappear. I won't tell you where the place is, the dark mesh of the woods, meeting the unmarked strip of light, ghost-ridden crossroads, leave from old paradise. I know already who wants to buy it, sell it, make it disappear, and I won't tell you where it is, so why do I tell you anything? Because you still listen, because in times like these, to have you listen at all, it's necessary to talk about trees. And I won't tell you where it is, so why do I tell you anything? 'Cause you still listen, because in times like these, to have you listen at all, it's necessary to talk about trees.
Let's see here. Oh. As usual, our Sophia is quite wise. It's in her name. The second one's probably more appropriate, yes, especially for the subject, but the first one was better. So what y'all think of that? So we got definite number one on that one. Huh, we might hear that one again. Oh, we're definitely going to hear it sometime again in the future. But yeah. So what y'all think of that? And if this is your first time viewing me, what did y'all think of that? And Miss Kim here. Sorry you're on the overnights now, but hey, you can join me in the morning. Yeah, hopefully this will help you wind down. And you preferred number 2. That's cool. Because, there is still freedom of choice in this world. And let's go on to the next choice. What is the next choice? The next choice is an ancient one by Sappho herself. Too bad Indigo's not here.
Some say thronging cavalry, some say foot soldiers. Others call a fleet the most beautiful of sights the dark earth offers. But I say it's whatever you love best. And it's easy to make this understood by everyone. For she who surpassed all humankind in beauty, Helen, abandoning her husband, that best of men, went sailing off to the shores of Troy, never spent a thought on her child or loving parents. When the goddess seduced her wits and left her to wander, she forgot them all. She could not remember anything but longing, and lightly straying aside, lost her way. But that reminds me now, Anactoria. She's not here, and I'd rather see her lovely step, her sparkling glance, and her face than gaze on all the troops in Lydia, in their chariots and glittering armor.
Now that was interesting. What did y'all think? All right, let's go back to the chat here. And good morning, Tiff. How are you doing, my dear? And it's almost afternoon there, so I'm just going to say good afternoon there, because pretty soon it'll be adjusted back to afternoon time. How's it going, Adrienne, my friend? And everybody else thinking. So what y'all think of that one? That one was cool. Interesting. Yes, I did like that one. So let's see what number 2 has in store for us. Now, shall we? The Anactoria poem, version 2.
thronging cavalry, some say foot soldiers, others call a fleet the most beautiful of sights the dark earth offers. But I say it's whatever you love best, and it's easy to make this understood by everyone, for she who surpassed all humankind in beauty, Helen abandoning her husband, that best of men. When sailing off to the shores of Troy, and never spent a thought on her child or loving parents, when the goddess seduced her wits and left her to wander, she forgot them all. She could not remember anything but longing and lightly straying aside, lost her way. But that reminds me now, Anactoria, she's not here, and I'd rather see her lovely step, her sparkling glance, and her face than gaze on all the troops in Limlaia, in their chariots and glittering armor.
Yeah, I like that one just slightly better than the last one. Both of them were great. See, sometimes I like it when it's hard to choose which one. That means I can play both of them later on. See, unlimited content. Just love it. And I hope y'all love it as much as I am, because I'm having fun. Oh yeah, Beachy, I forgot. Beachy. Forgot to say hi to you too. I'm sorry. And I get distracted, squirrel. Yeah. It's my ADD going on here. Or maybe the caffeine. Yes. Troy always reminds you of bad jokes in Latin class. Okay, next time we see you on live, I'm going to ask you about some of those. Because, you know, although if they're jokes in German, us Americans might not get it. You know, I don't know. Still might be fun. All right, so what's going on next? What's going on next is the next one in the list. And the next one on the list is by Phillis Wheatley Peters, A Hymn to the Evening.
As the sun forsook the eastern main, the pealing thunder shook the heavenly plain. Majestic grandeur from the zephyr's wing exhales the incense of the blooming spring. Soft purl the streams, the birds renew their notes, and through the air their mingled music floats. Through all the heavens what beauteous dyes are spread, but the west glories in the Let placid slumbers soothe each weary mind. At morn to wake, more heavenly, more refined. So shall the labors of the day begin, more pure, more guarded from the snares of sin. Night's leaden scepter seals my drowsy eyes, then cease my song till fair aurora rise. Somewhere our rays leave every new their notes. The living temples of our God below, filled with the praise of Him who gives the light and draws the sable curtains of the night. Let placid slumber soothe each weary mind. At morn to wake, more heavenly, more refined. So shall the labors of the day begin, more pure, more guarded from the snares of sin. Night's leaden scepter seals my drowsy eyes, then cease my song till fair aurora rise.
So what y'all think of that? That was pretty cool, if you ask me. Definitely didn't suck. And that, most time that's just all you can hope for, something cool that doesn't suck. And that's what we get most of the time here. At least that's what it seems like beating me. And that's what makes it fun. Right? So let's go ahead and see what number 2 has in store for us now, shall we? Here we go. A Hymn to the Evening by Phillis Wheatley Peters, version 2.
Soon as the sun forsook the eastern main, the pealing thunder shook the heavenly plain. Majestic grandeur from the zephyr's wing exhales the incense of the blooming spring. Soft purl the streams, the birds renew their notes, and through the air their mingled music floats. Through all the heavens what beauteous dyes are spread, but the west glories in the deepest red. So may our breasts with every virtue glow, the living temples of our God below. Filled with the praise of Him who gives the light and draws the sable curtains of the night. Let placid slumber soothe each weary mind. At morn to wake, more heavenly, more refined. So shall the labors of the day begin, more pure, more guarded from the snares of sin. Night's leaden scepter seals my drowsy eyes, then cease my song
till fair aurora rise. So may our breasts with every virtue glow, the living temples of our God below, filled with the praise of Him who gives the light and draws the sable curtains of the night. Let placid slumber soothe each weary mind, and morn to wake more heavenly, more refined.
Yeah, that one did kind of grow on me. I preferred number one overall, but again, really close, So, hey, we could hear both of them again because you never know what the future might hold. So, what y'all think of the first half of the show, my friends? Interesting so far. And what's life if, well, life's been way too interesting lately. And not in a good way. No. Oh, speaking of interesting, here, I was wanting to say something here. Bye, Beachy. Don't have too much fun. Life delivers enough suck on the house anyway. And that kind of reminded me of my sucky situation lately, the hot water heater. Well, it's fixed. So I had to wait for my buddy to, be free because of his girlfriend. But we're not going to go there. I've known this guy since he was like in diapers. So. Oh boy. So on that note, let's see here. Well, I think I got to remind you, or I should remind people, hey, it is like and subscribe time if you are not, and if you are, good. Thank you, love you, because I was up to an all-time high of 413. I busted my 6th time high of 411. Yeah, I mean to 411 6 times, and then lost subscribers, and now I was up to 413, and then the last time I was checked, I was at 412. It doesn't make any sense. It's frustrating, but hey, life. And then everything we do here on this program, besides being cool, most of the time is done under fair use, and it's usually in the public domain. So, yay. I'm glad this is a perfect way to start off your week. Always glad to give people a boost if they so need it, or to help them forget if that's what they desire, or to just have a good time. Because what's life? Life sucks enough if you don't have a little fun, Because if the universe, God, whatever the heck you want to call it, has anything, she has a sense of humor. Because she made us. All right, so we are on for thank you. I love you too, Millie. I'm glad y'all are here. Yes. It's community, and I know our little community has been through a lot lately. All parts of it, because they're all related. So let's go on to the next one now, shall we? Shall we? Elizabeth, Elizabeth Bishop, The Armadillo.
This is the time of year when almost every night the frail illegal fire balloons appear, climbing the mountain height, rising toward a saint still honored in these parts. The paper chambers flush and fill with light that comes and goes like hearts. Once up against the sky, it's hard to tell them from the stars. Planets, that is the tinted ones. Venus going down, or Mars, or the pale green one with a wind. They flare and falter, wobble and toss, but if it's still they steer between the climate, instincts of the Southern Cross. Receding, dwindling solemnly and steadily forsaking us, or in the downdraft from a peak, suddenly turning dangerous. Last night another big one fell. It splattered like an egg of fire against the cliff behind the house. The flame ran down, we saw the pair of owls who nest there, flying up and up. They're whirling black and white, staying bright pink underneath, until they shrieked up out of sight. The ancient owl's nest must have burned hastily all alone. A glistening armadillo left the scene, rose-flecked head down, tail down, and then a baby rabbit jumped out, short-eared, to our surprise, surprise. So soft, a handful of intangible ash, with fixed, ignited eyes. Too pretty, dream-like mimicry. Oh, falling fire and piercing cry and panic, and a weak mailed fist clenched ignorant against the sky.
Well, what'd y'all think of that? That was pretty cool. I appreciate you. You know, I appreciate it, Sophia. Millie, I spent most of my 30s on the ocean. Yeah, I spent most of my 30s on the ocean. So, yeah, I know what it's like. I miss it too. I think we all are, especially with that one. So what y'all think of that one? That was quite interesting. Well, let's see what number 2 has in store for us now, shall we? The Armadillo.
This is the time of year when almost every night The frail illegal fire balloons appear, climbing the mountain height, rising toward a saint, still honored in these parts. The paper chambers flush and fill with light that comes and goes like hearts. Once up against the sky, it's hard to tell them from the stars. Planets, that is the tinted ones, Venus going down, or Mars, or the pale green one with a wind if flare and falter, wobble and toss. But if it's still they steer between the kite sticks of the Southern Cross, receding, dwindling solemnly and steadily, forsaking us, or in a downdraft from a peak, suddenly turning dangerous. Last night another big one fell, it splattered like an egg of fire against the cliff behind the house. The flame ran down, we saw the pair of owls who nest. They're flying up and up, they're whirling black and white, stained bright pink underneath, until they shrieked up out of sight. The ancient owl's nest must have burned hastily all alone. A glistening armadillo left the scene, rose-flecked, head down, tail down. And then a baby rabbit jumped out, short-eared to our surprise, so soft, a handful of intangible ash with fixed, ignited eyes. Too pretty dream-like mimicry of falling fire and piercing cry and panic, and a weak-nailed fist clenched, ignorant against the sky.
So what y'all think of that? Both of those were interesting too. Great tracks today so far. My birthday is Sunday. Yes, I am a Pisces. No wonder I like you. Most Pisces I always like instantly. Cool. Ice cream in the ocean. Can't beat that combination. All right. So that was that one. And we're going on to Elms. Yes, Elms. Elms by Louise Gluck. What? By Louise. Yes, I know you explained it earlier, Sophia, but
I tried to distinguish need from desire. Now, in the dark, I feel only bitter sadness for us. The builders, the planners of wood, because I have been looking steadily at these elms and seen the process that creates the writhing, stationary tree is torment, and have understood it will make no forms but twisted forms.
I knew it was going to do that. Now that was freaking interesting. All right. Okay. So yeah, this one was pretty intense. See, what I do is I let the AI decide what to do. I don't guide it in any way most of the time. Sometimes we'll revisit things and I'll guide it that way. But yeah, it's deciding what it wants to do. Happy early birthday. Be sure to tune in on Wednesday. I have an idea. How about we do a birthday thing for all of us March peoples on the 15th? I'll email you, Miss Kim, because I've been thinking about doing some type of poetry reading, just to shake it up a little bit. But yes, that was jamming. And I just have enough of the munchies that freaking sounds delicious. So what'd y'all think of that one? Oh, I asked that question. I ask that question a lot now, don't I? Because I have my opinions on things. And you guys have your opinion on things. So we'll see.
Distinguish need from desire. Now in the dark I feel only bitter sadness for us. The builders, the planners of wood, because I have been looking steadily at these elms and seeing the process that creates the writhing, stationary tree is torment, and have understood it will make no forms but twisted forms. because I have been looking steadily at these elms and seeing the process that creates the living stationary tree. These torments that hammer the stone, it won't make no force but twisted forms.
Now, I'm in a quandary here because I loved both of those. But the second one beats out the first one for two reasons. Because the second one cut off, it could have, when the first one cut off, the second one sounded so much like Tool. And next to Black Sabbath, Tool is eternal. So what do you think? Today's show's been quite interesting. And I'm glad y'all are here to experience it with me. Yes, and good morning, Haggis Basher. I'm glad you decided to drop by. It's always a pleasure. Yes, and Joe and Mona always talk about how fun it is here. I have fun. That's all. I have fun. You have fun. We all have fun. Gotta have a little fun every once in a while, especially with everything that's going on, not only in our little community here on this little corner of YouTubes and stuff, but the world in general, because it's going to hell in a handbasket. The crazies have taken over. And not the good type of crazies. The psychotic type of crazy. Yes, the second one beat it out the first one because it sounded like Tool. How's it going, Hellgear? Yes, and remember, today's show is in honor of Women's History Month. No, thank y'all for coming along. So where are we? Where were we? Oh, that was Elms. Oh, we're on our last one. So I guess I gotta say this here. Please like and subscribe and all that jazz, and everything I do on this program, besides it being cool, for the most part. At least I think so. So it's all relative. Is done under fair use. Very transformative, if you ask me. And it's in the public domain. Well, go back and there's some, if you want to hit the replay, there are some blood pumpers at the beginning of the show. Well, glad you dropped by. For our very last track, which is by, let's see here. It is by the one and only Ann Sexton. And again, I remind you that if you want to learn about these ladies, in the description are all the links to their biographies on Poetry Foundation, and all links to the text that I use to make the tracks. So you can follow along. So let's go with The Expatriates by Ann Sexton.
My dear, it was a moment to clutch it for a moment, so that you may believe in it. And believing is the act of love, I think. Even in the telling, wherever it went. in the false New England forest, where the misplanted Norwegian trees refuse to root their thick synthetic roots, barging out of the dirt to work on the air. We held hands and walked on our knees. Actually, there was no one there. For 40 years, this experiment ends. The woodland grew shaft by shaft in perfect rows, where it stuck, branches held, and its smoke fell. It was a place of parallel trees, their lives filed out in exile, where we walked to it to know our sameness and how our sameness survives. Outside of us, the village cars follow the white line we had carefully walked. 2 nights before, toward our single beds, we lay halfway up an ugly hill, and if we fell, it was here in the woods, where the woods were cut from their dying, and you held me well. And now I must dream the forest whole, and your sweet hands not once as frozen as those stout trees, nor ruled nor pale, nor leaving mine today. In my house I see our house as pillars, then basement for men, holding up their foreign ground for you and me. My dear, it was a time butchered from time that we must tell of quickly, before we lose the sound of our own. Love's calling mine.
Let's catch up. Rest well, my dear. Have fun. Sweet dreams. Thanks for stopping by. So what'd y'all think of that? I don't know. When that thing first started, I'm like, oh no. It's 4 minutes long, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. So that one was cool. What y'all think? Didn't suck? Definitely. And let's go ahead and compare it to version 2. The Expatriates by Sexton.
My dear, it was a moment to clutch at for a moment, so that you may believe in it. And believing is the act of love, I think, even in the telling, wherever it went. In the false New England forest, where the misplanted Norwegian trees refuse to root their thick synthetic roots, barging out of the dirt to work on the air. We held hands and walked
walked on our knees. Actually, there was no one there. For 40 years this experimental woodland grew shaft by shaft in perfect rows, where its stub branches held and its spokes fell. It was a place of parallel trees, their lives filed out in exile, where we walked too alien to know our sameness and how our sameness survives. Outside of us the village cars follow, the white line we had carefully walked 2 nights before toward our single beds. We lay halfway up an ugly hill, and if we fell, it was here in the woods, where the woods were caught in their dying, and you held me well. And now I must dream the forest whole, and your sweet hands not once as frozen as those stopped trees, nor ruled, nor pale, nor leaving mine today. In my house I see our house, its pillars a dim basement of men, holding up their foreign ground for you and me. My dear, it was a time butchered from time that we must tell of quickly, before we lose the sound of our own mouths calling mine, mine, mine,
Can you hear the ocean's waves after that one? Well, what a show we've had today. Definitely no freaking stinkers or snoozers in the lot. The ones that I thought, especially the last two, I don't know which ones to choose from. I think number 2 just slightly more. If you look here in my notes, I got more question marks than. I love it. What do y'all think? Go back and re-listen, especially you guys on the replay crew. Let me know which ones you like so I can replay them at the end of the week. So, my friends, whether you're down by the seashore or resting safety in your bed or doing whatever, thank you for stopping by and spending a little bit of your time with little old me. I appreciate it. Oh, both of them are going to get played just at different times, but I'm just talking in general too, Remember engagement. YouTube likes engagements. And speaking of, just make sure, like it and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, I was going to do this one here. I was going to be tricky and trick them. I was like, and as the ticker says, have an awesome day and all that jazz, everybody. And be sure to like and subscribe. I amuse myself way too easily sometimes. Oh, all right, everybody. I know I'll see y'all around in the chats. I got stuff I got to do today, but it's in and out and all about. And good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. You lovely people. Yes. But as the ticker says, have an awesome day. And all that jazz. Hey, any fun sometimes is the best fun at all. All right, my friends, I will definitely see y'all on the flip side, out and about and around and all that stuff. And I appreciate you hanging out with me to the end. Who knows? Who knows? I will see y'all around in the chats. And as always, thank you for watching to the end.